Hey everyone, so we have now left Wilderness Lodge and we are here at Grand Floridian. We're staying at a studio in the Grand Floridian Villas.
Which is the vacation club side.
Yes, and it sleeps 5 people, so that'll be super fun. We're excited to show that to you. And we have something fun to show you in this hallway in the carpet.
Yeah, so this room here is a lake view. We have stayed in standard view before. We kind of had the monorail parking lot. But this is a lake view, really cool view we'll show you. But before we head into the room, we do got to show you this on the carpet. There is a potential, we believe, hidden Mickey right there in the carpet with the orange circle and then the 2 yellow circles right there and right there. Up and down the hall, this pattern repeats, but we're pretty darn sure that's a hidden Mickey. So there's a couple, if you look further down the hallway, over here, there's another one down there you can kind of see. So I'm pretty sure that's a hidden Mickey in the hallway carpet. We're gonna go with it. So let's check out the rest of our room and not just the carpet in the hallway. So if you've seen our other video of the standard view studio, that was an accessible room. So it's laid out a little bit differently than this room is. So we're gonna walk you through here. When you first come in, there is a door here on the left in most of these studios. That is because it is an adjoining 1-bedroom next door, so you can become a 2-bedroom lock-off villa instead of just a 1-bedroom here. And then on the right, when you first walk in the door, is this pretty painted watercolor picture. And of course, with all the little spots and dots all over the picture, you have to know that they're going to wind up hiding a little hidden Mickey right there in the picture for you. So little hidden Mickey there in that painting on the wall. Over here on the left, you do have a closet with a little bit of space for storage for your luggage and such. And because we are at the Grand Floridian where things are grand and everyone is fancy, we have fancy robes for all the fancy people. So they do have robes here at the Grand Floridian, even in the studios, because that's how fancy they are. And then over here on the right, you can see we have 2 doorways to the bathroom because there are actually 2 separate sections to the bathroom. They both have these pocket doors to close them off, so you have that going there. And then in this first area on the left, you have the toilet and the tub, which is a tub with a shower. And as best we could tell, no hidden Mickeys or any other fancy characters or theming in this room. However, we do have to point out that once again, you are staying in the Grand Floridian. It is a fancy place, and you can tell because they stamped their logo on the toilet paper. Fancy places require fancy stamped toilet paper and robes. That is a fact. Now, in between this room and the room next to us that has a shower and a sink, there is yet another one of those pocket doors. So you can close it off and have 2 people using this space at the same time. There is a single vanity here, not a double, but it is rather large. There's quite a bit of space on either side as far as counter space. And then there is also a secondary shelf up there as well. And if you notice, there is a small remote here, and that is because they do have a TV in the mirror. So you get to watch TV while you're getting ready or showering or whatever. So you have that there in the mirror in this room. You have quite a bit of lighting around the mirror, which is great. There's a light from the top and then a couple on the side, so it's a good space for getting ready. And then over here on the right-hand side, you also have a walk-in shower. So there is a very large shower head up there in the top, and then the detachable shower head on the right here in this walk-in shower. So that is the full bathroom here. You've got the walk-in shower, the vanity, and then the separate room for the tub and the toilet. So pretty good sized bathroom, very different layout to the accessible room we had last time. Over here on your left, because you are a studio room here, it is a vacation club room. They do have a kitchen or kitchenette in each of these rooms. The studios have kitchenettes where you have a microwave as well as some dishes. You have some glasses and mugs and things like that. Some paper plates and napkins and cups and stuff like that up top. So you do have some dishes there. And then you have a full-size coffee maker down here on the counter as well as all the things you need for that. And a toaster. And then down below you have a good-sized mini fridge as well. So they do give you that kitchenette space you can use for having breakfast in the morning and whatnot, just not a full kitchen that you would have in like the 1-bedrooms and up. Here in the bedroom area, we have on the left-hand side, first off, a pretty good-sized TV there, and below the TV is the pull-out bed. This pull-out bed is a small, not quite a full-size twin bed. Definitely more for like a child to stay on. But on that bed, you can see up there in the top is Mrs. Jumbo and baby Dumbo flying by. So while you are drifting off to sleep on your little bed here, you can have Dumbo there right beside you in that bed. I want to point out here on the right-hand side, we do have our queen bed next to our pull-out sofa, because most studios in the Vacation Club villas do have a pull-out queen sofa instead of having 2 queen beds, just for space-saving sake. They left us a little hidden Mickey there on the bed, so that's really cute. But I want to point out this bed, they actually have storage underneath, even though it doesn't look like it. We discovered this a few minutes ago. So down below the bed is actually a little sliding door where you can put your suitcase, and then over on the other side of the bed, they have a couple drawers down below. So there's space for storing things in the drawers. So we have a little bit of storage under the bed, not the same as a lot of the other rooms where they have the raised up beds you can shove all your stuff underneath, but they do give you some options for storage there. And then you do have a nightstand on this side where up underneath you can kind of see a little hidden charger plug. There is a USB and a couple plugs there. Not as many plugs in this room as in like the newly remodeled rooms, but you do have a few options for plugging up your devices here. Over on this side, we've got a table and a couple chairs along with a lamp and a mirror. So you do have a good sized table here to share. It does get in the way a little bit if you've got all 5 of the beds pulled out, which we'll show you in just a moment. But they've got that there. So if you do have food and want to have somewhere to eat, you do have an option when it comes to that. And then before we head outside and check out the awesome view, I just wanted to point out these 2 awesome pictures on the wall. They are songbook recreations, the cover of songbooks rather, they've recreated as pictures. Both of them from movies and music that the Sherman Brothers worked on. This one is The Happiest Millionaire, which is a mostly forgotten about movie that had some really awesome music in it, which, I mean, with the Sherman Brothers, you kind of expect that. And then the Mary Poppins songbook, because pretty much everything here at Grand Floridian is very Mary Poppins themed and focused on kind of that. So as we head out here, let's check out the outside and show you guys we do have a lake view. And on the outside of our room, we get a small balcony here. There's a balcony with a couple chairs and a table as well. So you have a little space to sit if you are inclined to do so in this lovely Florida heat. So as we look out over the lake here, you can see off in the distance to the right, that is the wedding pavilion, the Grand Floridian wedding pavilion, where you can go and get married or renew your vows if you'd like. And then off in the distance, you can see the Polynesian Resort and the beaches there. And then over here, kind of to the left, those are the bungalows, which we stayed in many months ago and made a video about those, which is pretty cool. Fun experience to stay in. Just got to be aware of the boat noises there from all the ferries and stuff. And we can pan across the lake here. And if you look over to the left, you can actually see Contemporary and Bay Lake Tower there. And if we keep going just a little bit towards right down the side of the building, you can see Space Mountain right there at the end. And you can also see one of the many Central Florida cranes there next to Space Mountain. This Central Florida crane is much larger than its cousins that are there when they're working on remodeling the rooms at Animal Kingdom Lodge. But this one in particular is working on building us a Tron light cycle roller coaster. So I am totally fine with them having that crane there as long as they need to, because that Tron attraction is going to be amazing. They're porting that over from Shanghai. So let's head back into the room and check that out one more time, show you guys what it looks like if you have 5 people staying here. So you do have all of the beds pulled out and all the space taken up for that, because it does get a little bit cramped in here. You lose some of the walkway that you had in between the beds if you have these all pulled out. It's not as bad as in the accessible room, but you do have quite a bit of space taken up by these extra beds. So even though you can sleep 5 people in here, I would definitely not recommend it be 5 adults. I think probably more 2 or 3 adults and a couple small children might be okay, but other than that, it's going to be a pretty tight squeeze in here. So that concludes our tour here of the Deluxe Studio at the Grand Floridian Villas here, the Vacation Club side of things. we are going to let you guys know about
horns.
The horns and how
Yes.
that situation goes. So far, not been a problem
fun.
because the boats actually dock on like that side of the building, and then the Polynesian ones are far enough away. I feel like we don't really hear them. So we'll see. Hope so far we haven't heard any boat horns. So we'll let you know if there's a problem with those. But so far so good.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed that, and until next time.
We're here with the ears.